Welcome back to Andersen Acres and our very first episode of Mystery Makes. This is where my two sons, who are both teenagers, find a recipe, get the ingredients, set out the supplies I'm going to need, and then I make it, and I don't know what it is. And their directions are going to be incredibly vague. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I've got a mixer, so I've got that going for me. I don't know what we're making. So they are going to give me very, very vague directions. They're not going to give me measurements or temperatures. And we're just going to go with it. All right. So let's get started. I honestly have no idea what's going on here. I've got a strainer. It's good enough. All right. So what is, Rowan, what is my very first direction?
Okay, your first instruction is add butter, mix.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do that in this one. I'm going to do that in this one because I don't like beating butter by hand.
Smart.
So we've got milk. I'm assuming it's either a cake or a cookie. So add butter. I don't know how much.
Pretty hefty amount of butter.
That's how much butter we're going with. I like butter.
Hey, butter's never a bad thing.
This is going backwards. There we go. So I'm mixing this.
Hey, you mix.
Yeah, mix.
Okay. Now
Mix?
what?
Okay, so next up, you're gonna add sugar. Mix.
I guess I needn't bother with the measuring cup because I don't know how much anyway.
Very sugary.
I really hope we're making a cookie. Okay.
Go with the cookie route.
Should I possibly have a silicone spatula for scraping down the sides?
If you'd like,
Yes.
I'll give you one.
I wouldn't mind a silicone.
one?
Sure, that one will work.
Here you go.
Doesn't matter as long as it's silicone. There we go.
That's a good one.
Okay. That's pretty well blended, I guess.
Ready for your next?
Sure.
Okay. Your next instruction is to add eggs, mix.
Okay. This better be a cookie.
How many eggs you feeling?
I'm gonna do 2.
Okay.
Yes, our chickens aren't laying right now, so yes, we have store-bought eggs. Bad chickens. Okay, I'm doing 2 eggs because that's what I'm doing. Okay. I didn't drop any eggshells? Nope. Okay. All right. Eggs are out of here. And we're going to mix. So I'm just going to scrape this off. I'm guessing we want it to be creamy.
Your instruction, your next instruction, combine dry.
Okay.
And milk is wet.
They're over there discussing something.
I'm back.
Okay, what are we doing?
So the next section, nope, not section, step.
Next
is
step.
Combined dry ingredients
And wet.
and wet ingredients. Combined dry and wet ingredients.
Okay, so I'm going to put, this is a wet ingredient. Am I making a cake? I'm in trouble if I'm making a cake. That's all the vanilla I'm putting in. Milk.
Milk.
I just noticed the cake pans.
You only noticed now?
For some reason, I thought they were a pan. I thought they were like a cookie sheet. I didn't really look. So so this is supposed to be a cake, and I've got way too much sugar for a cake.
Delicious.
Whatever.
Cookie cake, I guess.
That's how much milk we're going with.
You just like pour a lot of milk out.
Well, tough for us. Doesn't matter. Okay,
Fine.
combining some dry ingredients. I've got
Yes.
flour here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with. It doesn't matter.
So flour's one of your dry.
We're going with 2 cups.
2
Okay.
cups.
2 cups.
Ain't a bad amount.
We're not doing salt.
No salt.
Okay.
Salt's in the butter.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true. That is salted butter.
Yeah, that's why there's actually no salt.
A little more.
A little more.
Must be
A
puffy.
little more. A little more. Puffy,
Must
puffy.
be puffy.
Puffy, puffy.
I wonder how this is gonna turn out.
Very sugary.
Yeah,
That's
very.
a lot of sugar.
You can't go back either. Can't add.
No, I can't go back. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's-
literally thought that I was making a cookie. I didn't see the cake pans.
Yeah, because one of the rules we have for this series is you can't go back to a previous instruction and
No.
then fix your mistake. Like, she can't go and just up the rest of the ingredients to match the sugar. So.
The only thing I'm doing is as I combine my wet and dry, I add more milk if I need to. I don't think I'll need to.
You poured a lot of milk in.
It's a lot of milk.
You poured a lot of milk in there.
I'm taking a glance at this. Hold on. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to compensate for the fact that,
It's a
stuff
lot of
didn't go
sugar.
that way. You know what? I'm just going to use,
Yeah, see?
instead of being ridiculous, I'm just going to use this to put most of it in.
Exactly.
So I'm combining all my ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether this turns out or not is not my problem, apparently. Someone else's problem.
That was a problem. To be fair, we're probably going to be eating. Actually, I think it'll be edible.
You think it'll be edible?
I hope so.
If not, doggies like cake.
Yeah.
Tequila like
yeah,
sugar.
tequila definitely would like this. Oh, she heard her name. She's coming.
Hi, Key. Okay.
Why are you? Okay. I'm fine. I have questions.
I'm just scraping down my sides. Gonna whir it around one more time.
All right. Oh, Pippin's getting interested.
Yeah, now we've
You
got
can,
cat
you can actually
involved.
see her on the camera.
Yeah, you can.
Just her
That's
head.
right.
Just her head.
Okay.
She's judging you for adding so much
I
sugar.
know there's gonna be a lot of sugar. So I have a little too much liquid, but whatever. Whatever.
It'll be fine.
Probably not.
Okay. We're calling that mixed.
Got that mixed?
All right.
Next ingredient.
Your next step is to pour into pan.
I probably could use some cooking spray, or it's gonna stick.
True.
I can get that.
I mean, it's not my problem if it sticks.
Figure it out.
It's someone else's problem. Okay. I sprayed the counter. Good for me.
That's fine.
It's not too bad. I probably could have used another egg, to be honest.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You don't need eggs.
Oh, there are eggs.
Eggs are overrated.
Barely. Oh, that is liquidy.
We're not going to worry about it. I also put quite a bit of baking powder in here. So I'm just going to make sure I am completely scraped on the bottom. I seem to be.
You're dripping the cake.
Well, whatever.
You're drinking.
Cake batter happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put the rest in the other one. It's just I put a lot of baking powder in, so
Yeah.
more than I would have. But
And a lot of milk.
I did. I put quite a bit of milk. That's okay. We're not going to worry about that.
Not gonna worry about it.
Out of there.
I wonder how this is gonna turn out.
I'm sure it'll be perfectly yum.
I hope I can.
Don't
eat
worry
it.
about it.
I would like.
Okay, it's in the pans.
Yeah.
Now what am I doing?
So the next thing is to bake. So what temperature do you want this at?
I'm going with 375, and yes, remove my sub buns from their rising position. So let's preheat to 375. Thank you.
Okay.
And we are going to wait a few minutes for that oven to preheat, and then we will pop them in the oven. And while that's happening, I'm just going to tap the air bubbles out of my cakes, because that's permanent there.
You're pretty liquidy.
They are a little bit liquidy, but we're just going with it. It's fine.
I-
Don't worry about it. It's a pudding cake. Leave it alone.
A very sugary pudding cake.
But we will come back in a few minutes when that is preheated. In the meantime, we're going to clear these ingredients out of here. All right, the oven has now preheated. I'm cooking them at 375. They're a little liquidy. So I'm going to pop them in the oven, and I'll bake them for some amount of time. We'll come back and find out if anything is edible. Okay, I took them out of the oven. They are very, very hot. They had too much liquid and too much sugar, so they got a little overdone while I was waiting for the centers to cook. So we'll come back in just a few minutes when they're cool enough to remove from the pan. Hopefully they come out of the pan. And then we will sample them. They don't look like cakes I normally make, but we'll see how they taste in just a few minutes. All right, these cakes have cooled. Let's see if they even come out of the pan. Oh, that one did. See, they were too much liquid. Too much liquid. Too much liquid.
It doesn't look too bad though.
They don't look too bad, but definitely too much liquid. So we are going to let them finish cooling, because if I cut them now, I'm probably going to just destroy them. They're probably going to fall apart because there's a lot of liquid. So we're just going to let them completely cool. Then we'll come back and we'll see how they taste. All right, the cakes are as cooled as they're going to get right now. So we're going to try them. I have a knife, 3 plates, a couple of forks. So we're just going to cut off a strip, cut that strip into 3, and see what it tastes like. Let's see if it's cooked inside. Well, mostly. Here's a piece for Rowan. Here's a piece for Tristan. Here's a piece for me. Let's see if it tastes any good.
Alright, we should all eat at the same time.
Ready?
Okay.
I don't like cake anyway. Way too much liquid in that batter.
Mm-hmm.
It just tastes like
Sponge.
Yeah.
It's unflavored sponge. But that's what happens
Yeah.
when I think I'm making cookies. Because I didn't see the pans. And Tequila's here. It's okay, Tequila. You want some? Tequila loves it. It's okay. Tequila loves cake. She'll eat pretty much anything.
it didn't turn out terrible.
No, it's not disgusting. It's just,
It's like 5.5 out of 10. It's above average.
What's your
Slightly.
rating out of 10?
Average out of 10.
So 5 out of 10?
Straight average.
Straight 5. I don't like cake on the best of days, so it's not fair for me to rate a cake. Anyway, that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. We will be doing this once a month. And hopefully next month I figure out what I'm making before I add way too much sugar and it just went downhill from there. That's about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.